Well, we just got back. I unplugged for a few minutes. I had to. That's the trouble with living in here. You got when you're staying here for a few days, you've got stuff out everywhere, and you can't drive until you put everything away. So I went and put everything away. Took Mr. Max outside, and Mr. Max, while he didn't potty, he was full of vim and vigor. I'm telling you, we've got some people that just are over right across from us. They've got one of those great big huge fancy RVs and a big ass van with it. I mean, like, really? Who takes a big van with one of those great big huge bus looking $1 million RVs? And then they've got 2 German Shepherds that they've got outside. So, of course, I take this one out there and he's going to take on the German Shepherds. He's so bad. He just thinks he's so tough. So anyway, I took him out. He was a little more energetic. He came back in. He did eat, so I'm feeling better about that because he hadn't eaten in the morning. But maybe his tummy's upset because of the antibiotic they've got him on. Unfortunately, I have to give it to him a couple times a day, and he's not real thrilled with that, which I can't blame him. And then I've got some other medication to put him on that's supposed to help firm up the stools and stuff. But I did go out. I went to Starbucks and I got a iced tea. I got a white tea with sugar-free vanilla in it, since I have not been able to have coffee because they set off an attack immediately. Hopefully that changes, because I do love my coffee. I am not a tea drinker. I am a coffee person. And somebody was asking if they put me on an antibiotic. No, I was on an antiviral. I had two sets of antivirals. I did one and then I did another one back to back. So I did 2 antiviral loads. And the worst thing now is that, my neck, it's like, it's red. It's still red. And when I have an attack, it does get red where, these things are. And today it was just miserable. All day I was feeling like just, these little firings going on. And I must have scared poor Max. I had one of them today. I had a few episodes today. I'm not having no episodes. I am still having them. And sometimes they're so bad you just yell, and poor little Maxie afterwards, he's just shaking. I'm like, oh my God, maybe he thinks I'm yelling at him that he's been bad or something. So I'm trying to stifle it as much as I can. But the weird thing is, my neck, although everything has healed, and it's been healed for a long time, I sleep and I get up and it feels like it's crusting over. You know what I mean? And you can't move. It hurts to move because everything is like, when it gets those, crusty things and you go to move and it's like tight. You can't move. That's what it feels like. It feels like every morning that this has been, had weeping matter or something, and that it's crusting, and it's just a miserable feeling. Okay. And if I move my head too far and I don't turn my body, sometime it will pull and it will set it off. And if you see right through here, you can see these little bumps. And those are, when you see those little bumps there, if you touch one of those, it's like volcano time has just started. Yeah, it really does. It feels like a volcano magma running through your veins. It's just not a good feeling. Okay. But anyway, yeah, my rent is due here on the 25th. They're not opening the state parks again until perhaps after. They're going to look at, I think, April 9th. They're going to look at that again, which I don't understand why they would close the state parks. It doesn't make any sense, because you're more isolated from people out there than you are almost anywhere else. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. But I'm thinking, the state parks are open for day use. So maybe tomorrow we'll unhook in the morning and go out there, because Max does like it out there. We go for pretty long walks. Out there, although with the weather, well, it's been cold. It was cold last night and cold this morning, very windy today. So we'll see how it is tomorrow. But the one thing I worry about going out there is snakes, because they'll be coming out pretty soon. And Max wants to go by every rock and go by every bush. And that's where the snakes are. It's the last thing I need is a rattlesnake bite, okay? So that while I love it out there and love to keep Max away from the cactus and the rocks and stuff, where the snakes will be, is a little challenging. But we'll see, because he does love it. Out there we do pretty long walks, and so he's really happy with that. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow morning about that. It does get boring being here, because it's not like I'm living in a nice house where I've got different rooms and different things, and I've got a TV. I have no TV. I haven't seen TV in the last few months since I've been in here. So it's just me, and I get to see what's on the computer. That's it. So it's a bit isolating here. Yeah, and the other thing that's been really miserable with this is temperature changes. Or if light comes through the window and hits here, it sets it off, because the temperature change all of a sudden is very quick, and it's pretty miserable. I haven't been wearing too many earrings, just these, because they're very light, because again, anything that touches there will set it off to magma central. So yeah, definitely it's not fun. I'm thinking about asking the doctor about that third medication, because hopefully we can find a way to mitigate this, and so I don't have ongoing things with this. U.S. and Mexico are coordinating about going across the border. I was just across the border a little while ago. Now, I did get some tramadol, but I cannot take the tramadol with the one of the medications they have me on. That it's they do not work together. We'll just put it that way. So unfortunately, I don't have anything for pain except for the gabapentin, which is supposed to be deadening these, but I'm telling you, it is not deadening these in my neck, and I am on a high dosage of it already. Although I'm thinking about adding a fourth, maybe 300 milligram, because what they've got me on the 3 times a day, and then you're overnight with nothing. Yeah, it's not working. When it gets about time for my medication, I think the levels start going down a little bit, And I started having breakthrough, you know, um, attacks, which are definitely not fun. I think one of the worst things with this is the anticipation that you know it's going to hit again. It stops, and you thank God, and you're hoping it doesn't come again, but you know it's going to come again. And it's just that anticipation because the pain is so severe. Yeah, it's miserable. And then when you go out, trying to find something you can wear that's going to cover this so you don't get that wind, because wind can again set it off. So thank God I've got my coat that's a down jacket that I can wear. It's got like a high collar that's there, and it's lightweight, so it's not a lot of pressure, so that works pretty well. Yeah, but this is definitely, anybody that's got this that cannot find a medication to help it. And I've heard sometimes the medication will work for a period of time and then it stops, or you may have a remission and you're good for a while, for maybe a year or whatever, and then it comes back with a vengeance. So, those are not when you find out all those little details, it's like, this is not good. And then the operation for it is, it's brain surgery. And again, they have about an 80% success rate with it. And then it may last for a few years. And then again, you may have, start up again. So it doesn't look like there's any kind of a permanent solution out there for this. And it's, not really well known. Even some of the doctors you go to, they don't know. Like I went to one doctor and they said, oh, you don't need any kind of pain medication. And this is supposed to be the most severe pain there is of any disease on the planet. And they're telling you, you don't need anything. Go take a baby aspirin, you'll be fine. I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, so this is a pretty, pretty miserable thing. So I'm definitely going to get the shingles vaccine. I think I can get it now. I think once the rash is gone and stuff that you can get it. So I'm going to ask my doctor up there. I've got to take my blood work up there. And I looked at my blood work thing and my glucose was over 200. That's not good. So the diabetes is definitely back. Some of my things were low. Some of them were high. I'm still anemic. Not nearly as bad as I was before. Now I'm slightly anemic. But my diabetes is back with a vengeance. So I really need to change my diet. I've been carving out, though, the last couple days because this is my last hurrah. My bad, I shouldn't be having them. And the diabetes makes this worse. Your pain is worse with that too. And it also doesn't help with the coronavirus, so I have to be really careful. I am very, since I've got anemia and I've got the diabetes going, I have to be really careful when it comes to the coronavirus. So I am doing my Hibiclens and stuff, and my gloves, my Hibiclens, if I go out to do something. So anyway, that's what's going on with this. Yeah, I gotta see if I can turn on the heat a little bit. I tried, I turn the heat on, and then I don't keep it facing straight forward. I kind of angle it so that heat is not coming right this way, and then I take the curtain out of the bathroom thing and I put it up there again, so it's not going to, you know, be a rapid change of heat. Not fun. And especially, you know, when it's getting cold in here and I can't have anything touching here. It makes it a challenge to stay warm. Oh, mercy. Anyway, so we'll see what happens, but yeah. I just wish this would, I think what's going on with this is I've got still the internal shingles going. Because like I said, there are some bumps here and stuff, and I think those are the internal, some of the internal shingles things going on there. And when I move my head, I feel really a pain in here. I feel a pain in here too when I go to move. Yeah, and especially, like I said, where it follows that surgery that I had before. Yeah, really, nothing can touch there. I went to wash it the other day, and I had just, you know, barely touching it, and it set it off. Oop, it's going again. I gotta go. It's a back